So today I'm riding a bike that I've wanted to ride for a long time. This is one of the new Fantic Casa 250 fuel injected enduro bikes. It's fully road legal, it's about 30 horsepower, weighs just over 100 kilos, and this particular one I've borrowed from Power Start Bikes up near Bradford. So it's not quite the standard spec, so it's had a few extras done to it, including a lithium battery, this rather fancy looking Hagon shock, also a few of the extra protective things, the underpan, the sprocket cover. So here's my first outing on the Fantic 250 Casa. This is the fuel injector model that I've borrowed from Power Start here in near Bradford. So I'm only going to ride it on road. I'm just going to have a bit of a play, see what it's like. But yeah, I'm quite excited. It's a bike I've seen at the bike shows over the years. Really tempted to get one, just doing a bit of green laning in and around the Peak District. So yeah, interested to see what it's like. Here goes. So first thoughts, it's very much a enduro bike riding position. I'm feeling quite far forward. Yeah, it's quite quick through the gears, having just come off my CB1000R that I rode up here on. It is a bit of a change. These knobbly tyres on the road don't feel entirely normal, but I guess that's all fine. So that's at 50. And at 50 it feels okay, it's stable enough. I don't expect I'll be going that fast that often, but it's good to know it's got a bit of oomph on the road. There's a bit of dive under braking, even for someone of my level of health, but actually that's not bad at all. Okay, so that's nice to know it's got a bit of pickup coming up a hill, even with me on it. When I'd ridden a CRF 250 in the past, I found that it was a little bit under, and I know this isn't a lot more, same size engine, just with a slightly different tune. But yeah, that felt like it had a bit of go going up there. From the dealer up a few backcountry lanes, and it's been awesome. It's pulled a lot better than I thought it would, even sitting at 50 or 60 miles an hour. I mean, it gets there, it takes a while, but it's still got some up, even going up hills sort of at 40 and 50, something which I found the CRF 250L I tried a while ago didn't quite have. So yeah, I've been really pleased with it. Really tempted to get one. I think for the Peak District lanes it would be ideal. I'm not expecting to do any hardcore enduro on it, but given that they're under $5,000 brand new, yeah, I think there's definitely a case to be made for not having to spend $8 or $9,000, especially if it's not something you're going to use a lot. I mean, a 250, it's not a huge amount of power. I think it's about 30 horsepower, but for what I need it for, I think it would be ideal. So this bike's also had an upgraded rear Mitas tyre put on it. It's a bit more heavy duty. As you can see, the front tyre is very much off-road orientated, but having said that, ridden up here on some slightly greasy Yorkshire roads, it's done pretty well. Haven't really noticed it that much in the corners, but then again, haven't really been pushing on it. So just to give you an idea what it's like, so this is doing 40 on the speedo. It's a 50-mile-an-hour camera, but I'm just going to do the roll on to 50 in top. And yeah, that's going uphill. It's doing something, but not a huge amount. Almost at 50. And there we go. I'm sure I can do more in a lower gear to make it a bit more successful, but yeah, I mean, what I found on that short stretch that I did up to the car park at the reservoir was that actually in first it's just a very, very manageable gear. I mean, first is very low. You could almost start in second on a road. So one thing I wasn't sure about was how noisy it would be, because again, though noisy exhausts can be quite fun, if I'm going to take it green laning, just something that's not going to stand out too much is not a terrible thing. And actually it's fairly quiet. I mean, it does have a bit of a rasp to it when I open it up, just like that, but it's certainly nothing too offensive, and on startup and idle it's not offensive at all. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I haven't really had a chance to have a go on it off-road, but given I can get my feet flat on the ground, I'm about 6'1", but I can flat foot it, means that it's not as intimidating as some of the full-on enduro bikes. So yeah, it's something for a beginner at off-road like me. I think it is probably ideal. So I'm just going to turn back into the dealers now, power start near Bradford, and yeah, I'll give you my final thoughts. So there we go, that's my test ride of the Fantic 250 Casa EFI from Power Start Bikes here in Bradford. It was really a lot of fun. I'm really tempted. Again, if you can find somewhere that has Fantic bikes to try, I should definitely recommend looking one up. I know that Off the Curb down in the Surrey Hills do off-roading days on them, but yeah, from my very short ride out today, I think it's a winner. I hope they sell a lot of them.